Musings, the Elves and the Shoemaker. There once was a poor hard-working shoemaker who had so little leather that he could only make a single pair of shoes. One evening, feeling oh so tired, he left the pair with the work unfinished and went to bed. As he rested his head on the pillow, he commended himself to God. After waking up the next morning and saying his morning prayers, he found the shoes completely finished and perfectly well made on his workbench. A customer soon entered the store and offered more than the usual price, for he was fond of the pair. The shoemaker used the money to buy leather for more shoes, which after cutting he always left overnight, only to wake up the next morning and finding the materials were made into beautiful shoes as if by magic. In this manner his situation improved until he became more comfortable again. One evening shortly after Christmas, the shoemaker said to his wife, "Why don't we stay up tonight and see who is giving us this helping hand?" And his wife agreed. Hiding in the corner of the room, they saw two little men, elves, working quickly and nimbly on the shoes, then running away after the work was completely finished. The next morning his wife said, "The little men have made us wealthy. We must show them our thanks. They are running around with nothing on, freezing the little poor things." She proposed to make clothes, and the shoemaker agreed to make a pair of shoes for each of them. The two of them did not stop until they had finished the work, their gesture of gratitude for the two elves. The following night, hiding in the corner, the couple saw the two elves delighted as they tried the beautiful little clothes and shoes. They danced around for a while and hopped with joy out of the house. They never returned. But the shoemaker had prospered in his business and had learned beautiful designs from the two elves that gained him a nice reputation. Ruby has been feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and out of shape since she divorced her husband and became a single mom. Though her ex-husband insisted on a shared custody arrangement in court for their three kids, he never really held his share of responsibility. Aside from the financials allocated by court to support the three children, he was quite the absent father or the present toxic one. After a while, both Ruby and her kids appreciated his absence more. Ruby learned that the fight over the shared custody was mainly for two reasons. First, for her ex to save face. Second, for her ex to pay less support funds, since half the time the children were supposedly with him. Again, Ruby opted for peace and thanked God for the continued absence of her ex from her life and the life of her kids. But Ruby felt so alone in her journey as a single mom. Three kids, each with their own personality, challenges, fears, dreams, nature, was just too much for her emotionally, mentally, and physically. Ruby felt that she needed cooperation more than anything else. She had no family close by. Maybe a second marriage to a better person is the solution, but there was no luck there because simply Ruby was just too exhausted to go about meeting anyone. One night, as she snuggled up with her youngest son, who was sick in bed, she read to him the classic tale of the Elves and the Shoemaker. As she finished the story, it dawned on her that all this time she's been crying over the lack of support, which is the lack of her ex's presence and contribution in raising the kids. All this time she thought she was abandoned after a huge responsibility has been dumped on her. All this time she thought she was alone. Reading the story, she thought the shoemaker was old, but I'm still young. The shoemaker had two elves that helped him. I have three children. If it weren't for the elves, the shoemaker would have never managed to support himself and his wife. From that day on, Ruby included her three children in every family decision and realized that she may have lost their father. She realized that She may have lost her father, which was a blessing, really. But she gained 3 kids who love her dearly and appreciate it more when they are involved in the decision than to be told what to do or not to do. From that day on, Ruby worked with her children as one team. They sit together, discuss whatever issue is at hand, be it sickness, financial crunch, a car breakdown, a birthday party, a potluck, or annoying teacher, a hard subject at school, an extracurricular activity, a crush on somebody. They discuss it together, think about possible solutions, and take action as a team, everyone choosing their own role. Ruby's children grew up to be very responsible, successful, and happy individuals. Their bond together and with their mother became the strongest, sweetest, healthiest, most transparent bond ever. And it's all because of the wisdom behind the tale, The Elves and the Shoemaker. Ruby may very well be